This is an Evergreen Media Network studio production. Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, and welcome to the show. We're so happy that you're with us here today. It is March in Vero Beach, and this is the reason why people all come here. This is some of our best weather, all of these things that are going on. You know, I say this every time, and you won't forget it when I've told you every single week that this is the reason people come here, and it's not because they want to buy a home or a condo, because they do, and they want to live in Vero Beach, but they come here for the lifestyle, the beautiful weather, all of the things that we have going on. So many wonderful things. And today's show is about music. And we were kind of talking with our guests today. I think music's always been a big part of my life. I don't get in my car without music. I change around the dial. I listen to different kinds of music. I think it feeds your soul. I think it feeds your spirit. I think it can bring you up. Some songs you hear kind of bum you out, right, Cindy?
Yeah.
I mean, I have certain songs that are like, flip. That was like a bad breakup. You're like, nope, not listening to that one. But what is your genre, Cindy? What do you like to listen to?
I like all different kind of stuff. I like Christian rock. Two people always go, ooh, like that. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, they got some good messages and whatever. I like that. I even like rap. I like all different kinds. Jazz. I listen to all kinds of stuff. I kind of
do too.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm running by the XM and I'll end up on Pitbull.
Right.
And I'm sure they don't think I'm listening to Pitbull. But it's just, sometimes it's international music.
Yes.
Sometimes it's, it's domestic. It's, it's male, female, it's duos. It's really cool. It's really cool. I love music. And so that's what the show is really about today. What I wanted to say, one of my things, if you're a Sirius XM, okay, so I'm kind of lately into this. It's called The Life of John Mayer. Now, John Mayer, he's rock, pop, and blues. Yeah. He's an amazing blues guitarist. I saw him live, and he is unreal. Even if you think he's, all about, his family, his school reunion or something, that's a long time ago. He's really done a lot of neat music, and he's programming that station with interesting stuff. Okay. And he said, most stations are AI generated. But he's like, how about, what you guys are thinking? So it's kind of a neat station out there. I kind of like it. Listen, I haven't yet embraced country music. I can't.
Oh, I like some of it.
I know.
I like some of it. Grand Ole Opry and all that. I've done it. Yeah.
All
I love
right.
it. Yeah.
All right. Back in the 90s, I had a breakup. I dated a guy that was country music.
And that was it.
That was Achy Breaky Heart.
Oh, yeah, we love that.
And what was the one that...
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus. But the other big guy who married the country girl, he's like so... Oh my God!
Not Alan Jackson.
No, something about drinking and bourbon, and I don't know. Isn't every song about drinking and bourbon?
It is.
Anyway, it was okay at that time. But anyway, it's pop music now. So there's something. Chris Stapleton, he came up out of country, I think. But boy, another blues guitar player that I really love listening to. So. I am kind of all over the dial. If you've got any kind of music and you guys want to DM me and say, hey, Lori, try this one or that one, I would love to try it. And I will mention you on the show because I do love music. So what's happening around town? Because the weather's so amazing outside, guys, what we're going to talk about, I'm going to start with the River Days and Craft Brew Hullabaloo and Car Show at Riverside Park. So there's Riverside Park is in Sebastian. It starts on Friday. And it starts at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It goes Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And that is just absolutely the most beautiful park right there on US 1. You can't miss it. It's on the river. I mean, you park, you get a brew, you get a bite to eat. A lot of people, I didn't know there were so many antique car people out there.
Yeah, there is.
It's a big deal.
It is a big deal, yeah.
A lot of, and you just cruise around and look at other people's cars and
some of them are really cool.
They are. Yeah. They are. So I don't really, I'm not a car person, but I get that people like to do that. And it's a beautiful day. Yeah. What would you do? Go outside and enjoy that and drink beer. And they have all these special breweries, craft breweries, and they've got a bunch in Sebastian. Yeah. And I'm sure like some of the locals like Fort Pierce will come up and who do we have here in town?
I'm going to say it wrong because
Sailfish Brewery.
No,
Sailfish
probably that one. But is it Parastola?
Paradoli's.
He's there.
He's there. He's right there by the park, so he'll be well represented.
There. And he's doing the cider too. He's got some ciders and whatever. I love the cider.
No, you were the cider girl when you were out west, right?
Yep. We did cider tasting, and I told him that the West Coast cider I don't want to be like Tupac and whatever, but the West Coast cider was better than the East Coast cider.
Okay, Tupac has spoken.
Tupac and Rose and Big Daddy or whatever, you know.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. All right. Well, if you want to know anything about cider, just get in touch with Lori Davis. I'll hook you up with Cindy, our board engineer. She knows everything.
No, I don't.
Anyway, she's a cider girl, though. I don't know anything about that stuff.
Yeah, we drank it forever.
I'm like, if they don't, I'll do an ale or something. The Firefighters Fair is going on every day. All these, it goes, it started last Friday. It's going to go through this Sunday. It's every day this week. It's Sunday through 10 p.m. So if you're listening to this on Saturday in your car, you could still get time to get out there for the rides and all the things that are going on. I was kind of looking in a little deeper into the Firefighters Fair. Obviously, it's a fundraiser, but their average attendance is 50,000 patrons over that 10-day period, which I think is great. It does cost to get in, but obviously it's a fundraiser, and they have to pay for the grounds and the cleanup and all of that. But while showcasing, it says, it's an environment of family fun entertainment, while showcasing the youth of Indian River County and livestock and agriculture, we also provide a sense of self-esteem to every child. The feeling which arises from accomplishing something that's been rewarded for that accomplishment is very satisfying. We believe hundreds of youth over the years have come away from the fair as winners. And I believe that with all my heart. Like, as a young kid, the 4-H club, or these are where these kids go to actually show what they've done. And that's a big deal if you're 8 years old, or you're 10 years old, or 5 or 13, and you've been working all this time on that. I think it's fabulous. And I love that they have a place to go where they can show themselves and be rewarded and be recognized. Because I think everybody feels like nobody knows I'm here, and I think that's a great thing, and the Firefighters Fair does a really good job of that. So anyway, thanks, guys, for all you do, and we love the firefighters anyway. And God knows, they're all so darn good looking.
Yeah, they are.
I'm sorry, did I say that on the radio? Yeah, I did. All right, anyway, don't look at my calendar. The farmer's market, last thing outside, 8 to 12 on Saturday morning, right there by Humiston Park. It's fabulous. Now, go inside. If you want to go inside, Kinky Boots is playing at Riverside Park, still at Riverside Theater, still there. Amazing show. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it yet.
It's good. It's good. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah,
and then 9 to 5, that would be the Dolly Parton show, is over at the Theater Guild, and that's good too. Yeah. Again, they're both going to be musicals, so you're not going to be bored. It's not the drama. It's going to be upbeat and really kind of fun. Go to Vero Beach Museum of Art. They have dances, and there's book signings and all sorts of things. So that's if you're going inside. All right. So there you go. No, there's so much going on. I'm sorry I'm taking up so much of my show away from my guests, but that's what we got to do. Thank you, Chef Scott Baricchio, for the beverage today. This is an orange margarita. It's tequila, orange vodka. It's Natalie's orange juice and Natalie's lime juice. And it's delicious and refreshing and oh so yummy.
Yes. It even looks as good as it tastes.
It does. Yeah. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. Thank you, Chef Scott. 1050 Easter Lily Lane, right there at Humiston Park, right on the ocean. They serve lunch and dinner from Monday until Saturday. You've got to go out there. It's absolutely beautiful. One of our guests lives very close to that place. It's literally got this beautiful outdoor patio. Bring your guests there if you've got people visiting. If not, just go show up for lunch. It's really good. You got to be there and seated by 1:30 and ordered because they close at 2 o'clock because they got to get ready for dinner at 5. But if it isn't fresh, they're not serving it. Great staff. We love them over there. Thank you, Chef Scott, for the beverage. And as well, thank you for providing us with this delicious cocktail. Citrus Grill House. DSRE by the numbers, going really quick. We're up to $148 million thus far this year. As of today is the 12th of March. That is 23% of the market share in Indian River County in residential real estate only. That's 153 transactions. Those are closed. And the next closest is 11.7% of the market share with 89 transactions for $73 million. So we're just dominating. We want to let you know that Dale Sorensen Real Estate, we focus on our buyers, we focus on our sellers. We get the job done. Call me, Lori Davis. I'll be your realtor for life. That's the whole tagline. That's the whole reason for the show is I'm Lori Davis, your realtor for life. 772-538-1828. And I'll be your realtor for life. Okay, it's a passion for our guests today. She is a super talented singer, but also a philanthropist. She plays tennis, and she is a golfer now. We also have her partner in crime in music, and soon to be, watch out, because you'll be her partner in crime and all her other crimes. Anyway, we have an amazing woman. It's Danielle Malloy and John DeGori are with us here today. Welcome to the show. Thank you. Yay.
Thank you.
Yay, yay. Now, Danielle, you've been here longer than John.
I have.
So now how many years have you been in Vero Beach?
Oh, okay.
You moved here.
2014 is when we closed. So we're about 10 years now.
Almost 10 years.
Part-time.
Yeah,
yes.
That's right.
And it's just 10 years now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, John, you're newer to Vero Beach. Tell us, how did you find Vero Beach, and how long have you been with us?
So in May, it'll be 7 years. I can't believe it.
Wow.
But I found Vero Beach many, many years ago, honeymooning here.
Real honeymoon?
And yes.
Oh, that's what a story.
It was before the Kimpton Inn. So I think it was the Doubletree back then.
Yes, it was.
And we were looking for a place. We got married at Old Melbourne Beach at a small chapel there, and was the second marriage, so we had a blended family. And I found Vero as a place to just drive down A1A, and when we came down here, we fell in love with the area. And after that, we kept coming back every year at least once, or every other year, when it came time to leave Pittsburgh, because I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Yes, I'm a Steelers fan, diehard.
That's okay. We got a lot of Pittsburgh in this town.
Trust me, I know. In my neighborhood, as a matter of fact.
But
the weather up there is it's funny with climate change. It's easier to deal with snow. What becomes really tough to deal with is 30 degrees freezing rain and dark all the time.
Yes.
And so because we were always coming down to Vero, it was like, let's move to Vero.
Yeah.
And we looked at the West Coast, the East Coast, and we liked the East Coast much better. And I've always felt that Vero is the best kept secret. And I don't know if we want to keep it that way, but we want to at least...
It's still kind of a secret. A lot of people know, but I think it's still, well, it's unique.
That's probably a better way to say it, yes, because you have everything that you could want here, or great restaurants, friendly community. From my perspective, musically, in the right genre, it's very active musically with some good musicians, and just love it here. And then also I have a stepson that lives about a mile from me with my two granddaughters, so that's another key thing that makes
and that
things...
just brought the pink to your cheeks.
Oh my
friend.
goodness, yes. They have
That's
me wrapped
fantastic.
around
and that well they should, and that well I'm sure they love having you here.
So I've been, life down here is very easy, and it's very friendly, and it's just very exhilarating also.
Yeah.
And if you need a big city touch, West Palm, Miami, I fly back to Pittsburgh occasionally because I still have family and some adult children back there. So
yeah, eventually what happens is they start coming down here, and then they all live here. And I was from Detroit, and I don't think there's anybody left in Detroit ever. And I never tell anybody I'm from Detroit because there's nobody left there. I mean, I left when I was 9. What do I know about Detroit? It was like, oh, what was it like? I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember that. You know. So Danielle, music. You've been on our show before. Is a very soulful thing for you, and you do like soul, and your music is kind of bluesy. I know the things that you write are very bluesy and very heartfelt. How did that come about in your life, where music kind of bubbled to the top? Because I know you've done a lot of things in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I always could sing. I would sing since I was a little girl, and then took it more seriously and got more involved in some local bands, and then took a little time off. I went through some health issues, but music always, it's part of like my DNA. I mean, I have to do it till I can't do it. Yeah. And I was singing up north, and then when I came on your show, which I thought was really interesting, we were having fun, remember, singing some holiday tunes.
We were.
And that was fun. And I was saying how I'm going to do some music down here.
Yes.
Didn't know when.
No.
Didn't know when it was going to manifest, but knew I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Because we're snowbirds, in essence. We're here usually 4 to 5 months a year. And then I'm up north in New Jersey, and I perform up there in New York and New Jersey and that whole area. And I knew I was going to be itching in no time. So it was like kind of doing, the golf, and I love the tennis and the golf, and now taking up golf and philanthropic work and all that kind of stuff. But I knew there was going to come a time that I was going to have to, if I'm down here for 4 months, or, that I'm going to want to do some music. And so it was a little over a year ago, I sat in with Kenny Clark, this piano player rather, does jazz, and we just had some fun. And I stayed in touch with him, and then I came back down this year, and the owner of Grinding Grape reached out to me and said, I want to get you with a couple other musicians. I think it'll be a good fit for you. And that's kind of how I got with John and Jeff, and now we're forming this wonderful kinship and the music, and I'm writing again. I've been writing now. We talked about country. I do write some country tunes, and I joined the Nashville Songwriting Association. So I am.
That's good.
But I'm still doing, like, my love is like blues, R&B, jazz.
But
samba.
I think you can write all of that.
Oh yes,
I don't
it
think
depends on
writing
the mood.
music is a genre. Writing music
it's from
could
what
be
you,
done.
Yes,
It's what I gather. It's what you hear in your mind.
Yes,
when you write, what the tune is you might hear.
Yeah, well, or situation or something triggers. I mean, the lyrics usually for me come first. Sometimes the melody. There's not an exact way. It just. But I've been writing so much now, and so that's what's kind of taken over, and
I love that.
And it's great. And I always would sing. And when I took time off, I really missed it. And then, then you start getting like, oh, okay, I got to get back into this. This is my thing.
Well, you were healing. And
I was very sick.
And that was something that was your time that you needed to take to do that. And then it was time for you. Now, John, you guys are playing together now.
Correct.
Yes,
all right.
it's
and there's a name. It's J&J.
It's the J&J Express.
Express. Okay.
And we started this project a couple of years ago. Jeff Lafort, my drummer, and myself. And it's an R&B, funk, jazz kind of vein, more R&B, dance, funk. I think that's a missing genre here, and we all do some jazz gigs whenever that happens. But I've worked at the Grinding Grape with Jeff, and whenever she reached out and said, we want you to do a gig with Danielle, and she was a perfect fit.
She knows.
Was absolutely a perfect. Yeah, Barbara really has her pulse on the music community, and Danielle was just the perfect fit for us. And it's been an awesome collaboration so far. She fit right in. Her energy, she's an awesome singer, and she sings from the heart and from the soul. And music is all about, as you said before, it's good for your soul.
It is.
And,
it is.
And in our case, I think it comes through in our music.
That's awesome.
We have a guitar player that works with us also, so it's a 4-piece, and we have a lot of fun. And she does a great job. Everybody needs to come out and check it out.
We're going to check it out. First, we got to do a couple commercials. That's how we pay for this show. We got a couple commercials. We're going to come back. We're going to talk to John, and we're going to talk to Danielle, and maybe I can get Danielle. She's going to sing us out of this show. So we'll talk to you. We'll see you right back.
Sturgis Lumber is more than just lumber.
Timber!
Residential, commercial, and industrial applications. Sturgis has all of the hardware to help with your project. Visit SturgisLumber.com. 4 generations strong, Sturgis Lumber and Hardware. More than just lumber.
If you operate a small business, you need services like payroll, tax compliance, HR tools, and other resources. You need Complete Employee Solutions. Vero Beach has a team of professionals, including Anthony Sammons, Matt McCain, and Jennifer Comer, who saw the need for competent payroll, HR, and employee leasing services. Call Complete Employee Solutions at 772-978-7277 or visit their website at CompleteEmployeeSolutions.com.
Your grandkids struggle. You've helped your kids through their struggles. What about yours? Back in your day, nobody talked about feelings, emotions, or mental health. Times have changed. It's your time to unstruggle. When life is a struggle, getting help shouldn't be. Unstruggle.org.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs in all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Bollywood. We specialize in fire pits, outdoor rugs, umbrellas, and replacement cushions. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in the Publix Plaza, Vero Beach. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet store directly across the street, filled with lots of name brand closeouts and sale items. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
It's all right. Do it. It's good music. Music is, we were just saying, at the break that when you're a musician, which these guys are, and I can't play a tune. I think I can sing. I probably could sing. I've got that voice kind of like you. If anybody ever wanted to train this thing I call a voice, everybody says, you have a voice for radio. Yeah, I sure do. I don't have a face for TV, but I got a voice for radio. But it is something that's in your soul, and you've got to do it. And, I've known Danielle for almost all of these 10 years that you've been here. And she seems calmer and more focused now that music has gotten back into your life than before, when you were just doing the daytime stuff, but the nighttime things, just what am I going to do with my life? But because and then John, you mentioned, if you're a musician, like you're going to play until you play your last gig, and then they can close the casket because the game is closed. Right. Show is done. Done. Right?
Yep, that's it.
That's awesome. So you guys, John, you're going to play gigs around, will it be J&J Express, wherever, up and down the Treasure Coast?
Yes.
Okay. So Grind and Grape, you got one coming up on Friday the 22nd.
Yes.
All right, and that's going 7 to 10 at Grind and Grape?
Correct.
If you don't know where Grind and Grape is, that's here in Vero Beach. That's on Bougainvillea between Cardinal and Ocean Drive. It's a great venue. You're outside. It's really basically outside, which is great. So even if you're walking by, everybody walks by like, what is going on in there? Because and the acoustics are good for you there?
Yeah, it's very good. And I have to share that whenever I'm playing there in January, February, or March, I am always making a call back to Pittsburgh to say, I'm out here playing outside in this beautiful area. I have a golf shirt on. I'm drinking a glass of wine or what have you.
No.
What's going on back in the Berg? Exactly.
Just
yes.
twisting that knife.
It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
That's great.
But that's a great venue, and Vero Beach is lucky to have the Grind and Grape, I think.
I agree. Now, you guys would do private events as well?
Yes.
If they wanted, if somebody wanted to hire you guys, who's the contact?
They could get in touch with Danielle or myself. Yes.
Do you have a phone number or an email you'd like to give out?
Yes. My phone number is 412-680-5707.
Okay. Say that again.
412-680-5707. And I'll leave a card with you when we leave.
Yeah, that's great. We're going to be on Facebook Live. That's going on now.
Okay.
Then you'll have a YouTube video, which we can't put it on there, but we can repost the video. I can share it, and then you'll be able to add that on there. Be sure and add that into that.
Okay.
That'll be great. I had one quick, you guys were talking about the genres that you play.
Yes.
Funk, Motown, jazz, blues, whatever. Like, I am such a Motown fan. Do you find Motown is kind of like universal? Does the room kind of heat up?
Well, it is, especially like some Temptations, like My Girl and things like that. But what's really cool is the 70s for music and a musician. That was when it was really pure, and like the Earth, Wind and Fires and the Kool and the Gang and all of those kind of groups. It's just great music to dance to. And from a musician standpoint, nothing is processed. You have to, if you play and you sound good, that's because the musicians, the singers are good. And there's nothing processed like a lot of the commercial music today.
That's great. All right, Danielle, we're going to be ready to close the show. Guys, thank you for being here. We love having you here. Danielle, why don't you sing us out? We're just going to sing
We'll do a little. Since we're talking so much blues, let's do a little original blues.
Here we go.
One day you're so cozy, Then the next day so cold. You're the king of deception, babe. All the stories you've told. You said you were sorry. Never do that again. But I can't believe you, babe, when you're still seeing them. You say, am I crazy? I say, obviously. Why become the deceiver, babe, that you turned out to be? So get your little plans made and be on your way. 'Cause I could never love you like I did yesterday.
Yay! That was awesome. No, it's fantastic.
Okay. I just did half the song, or a quarter.